Taxi Driver is a 1976 American neo-noir psychological thriller film directed by Martin Scorsese, written by Paul Schrader. The film follows Travis Bickle, a mentally unstable Vietnam War veteran who becomes a taxi driver in New York City. The film delves into his descent into darkness and obsession. Plot: in New York City, Travis Bickle, played by Robert De Niro, takes a job as a night shift taxi driver to cope with his chronic insomnia and loneliness. He frequently goes to the porn theaters on 42nd Street and keeps a diary in which he consciously attempts to include aphorisms such as, "You're only as healthy as you feel." He becomes disgusted with the crime and urban decay that he witnesses in the city and dreams about ridding the scum off the streets. Travis becomes infatuated with Betsy, played by Sybil Shepherd, a campaign volunteer for Senator and presidential candidate Charles Palantine, played by Leonard Harris. Travis enters the campaign office where she works and asks her out for coffee, to which she agrees. Betsy confesses that she feels a special connection to Travis and agrees to go on another date with him. During their date, Travis takes Betsy to a porn theater, which repulses her and causes her to leave. He attempts to reconcile with her, but to no avail. Enraged, he storms into the campaign office where she works and berates her before he is ordered to leave. Experiencing an existential crisis and seeing various acts of prostitution throughout the city, Travis confides in a fellow taxi driver nicknamed Wizard, played by Peter Boyle, about his violent thoughts. However, Wizard dismisses them and assures him that he will be fine. In an attempt to find an outlet for his rage, Travis begins a program of intense physical training. A fellow taxi driver recommends him to a black market gun dealer, Easy Andy, played by Stephen Prince, from whom Travis buys 4 handguns. At home, Travis practices drawing his weapons, and modifies one to allow him to hide and quickly deploy it from his sleeve. He begins attending Palantine's rallies to scope out his security. One night, Travis shoots and kills a man attempting to rob a convenience store run by a friend of his. On his trips around the city, Travis regularly encounters Iris, a 12-year-old child prostitute. Iris, played by Jodie Foster. He solicits her and tries to persuade her to stop prostituting herself. Soon after, Travis cuts his hair into a mohawk and attends a public rally where he plans to assassinate Palantine. However, he is chased away by Secret Service agents, who see him unzipping his jacket and putting his hand inside. That evening, Travis drives to the brothel where Iris works to shoot her pimp, Sport, played by Harvey Keitel. He enters the building and engages in a shootout with Sport and one of Iris's clients, a mafioso. Travis is shot several times, but manages to kill the 2 men. He then brawls with the bouncer, whom he manages to stab through the hand with his knife located in his shoe and finish off with a gunshot to the head. Travis attempts to commit suicide, but is out of bullets. Severely injured, he slumps on a couch next to a sobbing Iris. As police respond to the scene, a delirious Travis imitates shooting himself in the head using his finger. Travis goes into a coma due to his injuries. He is heralded by the press as a heroic vigilante and is not prosecuted for the murders, also receiving a letter from Iris's parents, thanking him. After recovering, Travis grows his hair out and returns to work, where he encounters Betsy as a fare. They interact cordially, with Betsy saying she followed his story in the newspapers. Travis drops her at home, and declines to take her money, driving off with a smile. He suddenly becomes agitated after noticing something in his rearview mirror. About the film. The film, directed by Martin Scorsese, written by Paul Schrader. The main cast of Taxi Driver includes Robert De Niro, Jodie Foster, Sybil Shepherd, Harvey Keitel, and Peter Boyle, among others. Taxi Driver was filmed on location in New York City, capturing the gritty and urban atmosphere of the 1970s. Martin Scorsese and his team created a vivid and realistic portrayal of the city, emphasizing Travis Bickle's isolation and descent into madness. The film's score was composed by Bernard Herrmann, marking his final collaboration with Martin Scorsese before his passing. The soundtrack's haunting and atmospheric compositions mirror Travis Bickle's inner turmoil. Taxi Driver was released in the United States on February 8, 1976. The film was made with a relatively modest budget of around $1.3 million. At the box office, it grossed over $28 million worldwide. Taxi Driver received critical acclaim for its intense storytelling, exceptional performances, and Martin Scorsese's direction. It was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. The film's exploration of urban alienation and psychological turmoil resonated with audiences and critics. Taxi Driver is considered a classic of American cinema, often cited as one of the greatest films ever made. Its themes of isolation, violence, and societal decay continue to be relevant. The film's iconic "You Talkin' to Me" scene, improvised by Robert De Niro, remains a cultural touchstone. 10 interesting facts about Taxi Driver movie. 1. Robert De Niro famously improvised the iconic "You Talkin' to Me" mirror scene. 2. Melanie Griffith was originally offered the role of Iris, but her mother Tippi Hedren made her turn down the offer. She was the first choice to play the part. 3. Jodie Foster, who played Iris, was just 12 years old during filming and had to have her older sister Connie Foster stand in for some of the more explicit scenes. 4. Martin Scorsese makes a brief cameo as a passenger in Travis Bickle's cab. 5. The film was shot during a sweltering summer, and the character's constant sweating was authentic, not just makeup. 6. Harvey Keitel rehearsed with pimps to prepare for his role. 7. Martin Scorsese offered the role of Travis Bickle to Dustin Hoffman, but he turned the role down. 8. Harvey Keitel was originally offered the part of the campaign worker, eventually played by Albert Brooks. 9. Bernard Herrmann's haunting score for Taxi Driver was his final composition before his death. 10. Before Jodie Foster was eventually cast as Iris, there were more than 250 applicants for the role, including newcomers Carrie Fisher, Mariel Hemingway, Bo Derek, Kim Cattrall, Rosanna Arquette, Christy McNichol, and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos and don't forget to press like button and share.